Your energy matches your face.
I just knew I was going to get called.
Yeah. Confidence is no split energy. No split energy is power. The awesome power of non-resisted thought. The awesome power. We want to tweak it just a little bit and call it the awesome pleasure of non-resisted thought. Because when you've got power, you usually misuse it. We don't mean that you misuse it, because we just mean sometimes when you're thinking about the power of something, it makes you want to point it at things and change them. But if you understand the pleasure of non-resisted thought, now you know that you're attracting it, you're letting it in, just like you did. Yeah. Sorry we used all your time.
Well, no, it's perfect that you mentioned power, because that's centered around my question. I've been on this spiritual journey since 2006. I was a high school student, and I had never meditated or never thought of anything about the law of attraction. And I was working a summer job, and as a high school student, and it was a 9 to 5, and so I was kind of getting an experience of what the real world was like. And so one day after work, I got home and I asked myself for the first time, like, what did I want? Because I was about to graduate and I was about to be in the real world, and I was like, what do I really want to do? And so the real world, meaning the world that most people have carved out for them, which wasn't what you wanted. Exactly. And I've been struggling with that all my life, of being in this world. My being has just struggled a lot. Well, it's not being in the world that is causing the struggle. It's not being conscious in the world. It's not guiding yourself in the world. It's bouncing along like a cork on the raging sea that feels uncomfortable. Once you get a hold on this like you're getting, then being in this world is not a struggle. It's just a constant, steady blessing of wonderful things. Yeah. And so my question around power is just how, I guess I'm speaking to Abraham now, just how Abraham is able to come through Esther. I'm aware that I have this power. Yes, you do. I'm aware of the power. It's not a power, it's a letting. Letting. Esther felt the shift in herself in those early days of meditation, when one day she stopped being afraid of what it might be. And the words in her mind were, all right, I'm willing. I'm willing to let whatever this thing that feels so good, I'm willing to let it rip. And I'm at that point now. It took me a long time to get here, to allow it to come through, because I've been afraid of it. I've been afraid of it. It just felt... Because it's misunderstood, because other people don't get it, and maybe I don't understand it completely. What Esther said to herself, Esther said, should I tell my parents about it? And we said, not a good idea. And she said, but I really think they should know. And we said, they're not going to be ready for it. And Esther said, when will they be ready for it? And we said, once they make their transition into non-physical, they'll be ready for it. Because it'll just upset them, because there won't be enough words for you to help them to understand it. So what Esther came to understand about that, and what causes your fear, and it's really at the basis of everything that doesn't go well for everybody, it's your awareness of people's response to you that you put in a higher place of priority than your own awareness of your response to your inner being and your inner being's response to you. When we talked about the master earlier, we didn't mean it like when we said you can't serve two masters. What we really mean is you can't be under the influence of source energy and under the influence of something else, and nothing comes close to being under the influence of source energy. So once you begin to understand that, words don't teach. People sit in a room like this, and Abraham flows through Esther in a powerful way, and Esther does a good job of relaxing and allowing the clarity of what we mean to flow through the words that she finds at an unconscious level. And so it's a good experience for most people most of the time. But you could be thinking as you're sitting out there, well, that girl really she's sure about what she's talking about. She sure has a strong opinion about that, and the presentation is quite fluid, and we know that you're getting it. You may get it like that and feel that way about it. It's just another opinion. Lots of opinions in the world. Everybody's writing a book about how one might find more harmony and happiness in life, and we understand that that might be what you're getting and all that you're getting. We also understand that if we can help you to resonate with the basis of who you are and what you know by
encouraging you to meditate and quiet your mind. And when you quiet your mind, you stop thought. And when you stop thought, you stop resistance, and you allow your vibration to rise. So as your vibration rises, and then because you're in that harmony of vibration with your inner being, then what your inner being knows flows into your mind as a thought, as a sentence maybe. You're ready for that? Or as an impulse. And you follow the impulse because it feels so good, and because it's strong, and because you recognize it. And then you get to, as our friend was pointing out earlier with the rabbits and so on, you get manifestations that amplify and give evidence to the vibration you know you accomplished. Now you've got it. Now you've had an experience. It's not words that have taught you. It's you shifted your frequency, and you felt it, and you found positive emotions, and you knew it, and you put two and two together, and you understood it, and now you are empowered. And once you accomplish it with one thing, once one impulse leads you to something that feels good, our favorite impulse story is one of Esther. We'll be very brief about it. We used to tell a long version. We'll tell it the short version. Esther woke up one morning, and coming out of meditation, she felt ravenous to move her furniture around. For no good reason, because every piece of furniture had been purchased for the spot it was sitting in. The house and the guest house are perfect, but nothing looks right to her suddenly. She wants to move it all around. Well, she's there alone. She's not going to move the furniture by herself. It needs to be picked up and moved from place to place. So she got online and found movers that might be able to come today, 2 men in a truck that could show up. She called them and she said, I don't need a truck, but I need 2 men. And I'm not moving anything very far, just across the room, and maybe into the house next door. In other words, just close by, no truck. Well, the 2 men have to come with the truck. Okay, they can bring the truck, but I only need 2 men. So these 2 lovely people showed up, and Esther is so glad to see them, and they have such a good time together playing with moving the furniture around. But we want to tell you the setup for that. The setup that came before she woke up ravenous about moving furniture around. The very day before, she had come out of meditation, and she was suddenly aware that she did not know how to operate the sound system in the house. Jerry knew how to operate it. He wasn't there. Rat bastard took off. That's Jerry. That's Jerry. He likes that playful side of Esther. So Esther is playing with the sound system, and she discovered that there are zones she can turn sound on all over the property, and she found the menu where she could choose from different kinds of music, and she played with it for a long time and listened to this and then listened to this and then listened to this, and then she found rap, and she's listening to it and thinking, ooh, and then she's listening more and she's saying, ooh, I really like that. And then off she went into her day. And so then the next day she gets the impulse to move furniture around, and the men come and they're moving furniture around, and they're having a good time. And then Esther says, look at this beautiful day. And they're saying, yes, it's San Diego. And one of them says, I'm moving. And Esther said, where? Why? Back to Alabama. Why? Why?
I'm from Alabama, so. Tuskegee to be exact.
Really? Could that be the reason this story applies? So, why are you moving? Because I'm a rapper, and I had some stuff going on back there, and I haven't been able to get it going out here, and so I'm going to go back to that. And Esther said, hold on a minute. And now, with her new knowledge, she went in, selected every zone on the property, turned it up full volume, and put it on rap, and went back out. They cannot believe what's going on. Esther's got her moves. And they said, who are you? And Esther said, I'm a teacher. And they said, what do you teach? And Esther said, rap. And then she explained that They can have whatever they want whenever they want it. She has books in her cupboards and she's signing books. So now she understands why. On the first morning she wakes up wanting to find music, and boy did she find some. And on the next day she woke up wanting to find someone to move furniture around that doesn't need to be moved around. They moved it all around, and then they moved it all back pretty much to where nothing's in a different place now. It's all right where it was. All that happened was that she got to meet these people, and they got to meet her, and they got to find resonance with their hearts, and they got to know what they'd been looking for, and she got to give them answers to questions that they'd been asking, because she was their path of least resistance, you see. So that's how it works, isn't it?